Homegrown is brought to you by South Dakota soybean farmers through their soybean checkoff.
Building relationships with potential and current trade partners is important when it comes to the soybean industry. In this segment of Homegrown, we take a look at why building those relationships are important for soybean farmers.
So I've been hosting trade teams longer than I've been on a soybean board, and it's been over 10 years.
Dawn Shire farms corn and soybeans with her husband and son on their Salem, South Dakota farm. Besides staying busy in the fields, she also hosts trade teams from around the world so they can get a close-up look at South Dakota soybeans.
I do 1 to 2 trade teams a year, and I did it first off because it gave me a unique opportunity to directly engage with the buyers. You want to learn who's buying your crop. Face-to-face interactions establish trust, and you got to have those, build that trust and relationships. So that's why it's important to do it. It's a good learning opportunity to talk to these guys and find out what their needs are. Sometimes their needs are different.
Shire makes sure to show the trade teams what life is really like on the farm.
I make sure they get a home cooked meal. They get to climb on equipment. They get to meet other farmers. I bring local farmers in so they can talk to the trade team. They climb in the bins. They go out in the fields. And probably one of the more unique thing is I give them a tour of our farm inside. I bring them into the house. And most times they want to see how a U.S. farmer lives, what we're doing for activities. And I think that's kind of the unique thing that they like to see, is being inside the house and see our farm and our family, our offices and everything.
Shire and her family have hosted trade team guests from over 30 countries in hopes of fostering relationships for U.S. soybeans.
Sometimes these guys are just the buyers and they don't know what U.S. soy has to offer. I get to show them the sustainability practices we're doing on our farm. U.S. soy has nutritional factors that South America beans do not have. Example, is that going to be amino acids and energy? We talk about, usually when they come out, we'll stop in the elevator and they'll learn about the infrastructures at the elevators. We're a family farm, so they find that important. And the other thing is quality. They get to see the quality.
Shire looks forward to growing those relationships and showcasing all that South Dakota soybeans have to offer.
The U.S., we're blessed with a good soil, and trade encourages farmers to specialize and be more effective in raising and be more efficient in everything. So that's why it's important, for us, because 60% of the U.S. soy is exported. So we do need good trading partners and relationships.
Shire says she is always on the lookout for emerging markets that could be attractive to U.S. soy producers.
Thanks for watching AgweekTV on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. We put out new videos every Saturday.